So, short video here on the columnar extra questions I gave you, columnar transposition. We had 4 questions, encrypt the first 2 and decrypt the second 2. So I'm going to do these reasonably quickly. The code word in each case is pairs, okay, not pairs, pairs, 5 letters. So if we go and have a look at, so there's our pairs. I'm going to do the 4 here. So here's the first one going to be here. And first thing to do is write down the alphabetical order of the letters. So A is before E is before P, before R is before S. And if you encrypt something, you literally just write in the letters horizontally, okay? So that's P-O-I-U, P-O-I-U-Y. Just write them in horizontally. T-R-E W, Q, G, and F. Okay, that's it. And then don't forget, so you get 30 amount of marks for getting that right, but don't forget the question is encrypted. So we need to know what the encrypted end result is, and to do that, then you read out the columns underneath by the order of the numbers, right? So it'll be IE, so we're encrypting this, so it's IE, and then under 2 ORF, under 3 PTG, under 4 UW, under 5 YQ. So that would be the answer. All right, that would get transmitted to the other end and will get decrypted. That's the answer to the first one. Second one, similar idea. You literally, the only difference with this one is it's a bit longer. It's going to take up all 3 rows. So you literally just throw it in. So it's QWERTY, QWERTY, Y, Y, and ASDF, and then where is it? ASDF, Z, X, Z, V, B. Oops, no, apologies for that. X, Z, V, B. All right, and again, you got to read it off underneath the columns. So in this case, it would be ASC and WAX, Q, Y, Z, RDP, DFB. All right, so that would be. So if you basically showed me that and had that answer, you would be grand. Okay, so now the decrypt. So it's the reverse procedure here, right? And the very first thing you've got to be very careful of is how many letters are actually in the message, and is it a multiple of this code word? If it's a multiple of the code word, then the solution is a lot simpler. So in this case, we have 15 here, and the code word is 5, so that divides in 3 times. So that means there will be 3 rows, all right? Because you need to know how many rows there are, because when you start filling in to decrypt, you fill in the columns. And the question is, you need to know how far to go down. So you need to work out the number of rows, and you do that by dividing this, the number of characters in the message, by the number of characters in the code word. In this case, you get 15 divided by 3, so divided by 5, and you get 3. So there will be 3 rows. So what you do then is you break it up into chunks of 3. And then all you do is you write those down underneath the columns. Right? So BOI, and on the column 2, it will be UYT. On column 3, it will be REW. Under column 4, it will be QGF. On column 5, it will be DSW. And again, in order to get all the marks, you then have to tell me what the answer is. And, you know, you fill in the columns now to actually read what the plain text was, the decrypted message, you read horizontally. In this case, it would be RUP QD. So we're reading this row here. Then we read the next one, EYOGS, and then WTIFW. If you gave me that, I'll give you all the marks. All right. So it's the inverse procedure. And then we come to the last one, which is the hard one. And the reason why it's hard is, in this case, we only have 12 characters. So it is not a nice multiple of 5. All right. 5 divides into 12 2.4 times. So the very first thing you do is, if you want, there's different methods to do this. The way I showed you was pretend you were sending any message of 12 characters long, what would it look like? So in this case, what I've done is I've transmitted 12 X's. And what you'll see is, if you do that, when you then were to transmit it, you transmit 2 X's first here, then 3, then 3, then 2, then 2. So the order of the chunks, if you break it into the chunks like we did here, would be a 2, a 3, a 3, a 2, a 2. So I'll put in 2, 3, 3, 2, 2. And then all you do is fill in the columns again. So P, O, well there's only 2 in it, you stop there. I, U, Y, T, R, E. And the fourth one is W, Q, and then the last one is G, F. And then the answer, you read it horizontally. So we get T, I, P, W, G, R, U, O, Q, F, then E, Y. Right? Again, if you give me that, you get it all. So the thing, that's the hard one, when it's not a multiple, the length of the message is not a multiple of the code word. Okay, and as I say, sometimes I give you nice English messages to decrypt, other times it's random letters like this. So that's it.